Happy New Year. Morning, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. This is Spilling Covfefe. It's what we do in the morning sometime. Get yourself a bigly cup of Covfefe. This cup thanks to Marcy. Marcy and Maurice are awake, it looks like, out in Hawaii. Sean is somewhere in the UK. Good morning, Sean. Anybody else watching now or delayed? Stephanie's up as well. Good morning, Stephanie. Probably up making bread. I should be making bread right now. My New Year's resolution is to make more. I'm not sure what my New Year's resolution is, or if I have many, or I don't know. I just know that the O'Reilly's Auto Parts opens at 7:30, and it's like, come on, man, what are you doing? Why are you making me wait till 7:30? Happy New Year, Jojo. Go back to sleep. You're not supposed to be up yet. Producer Jojo, are you up looking at houses at 7:30 in the morning? She should be asleep. So we're just going to do a quick broadcast today, because then I got phone calls to make. Unless you guys don't mind me, like, making phone calls. Well, cinnamon roll bread. What? Stephanie is making cinnamon roll bread. So, Stephanie, I'll take 8 loaves of cinnamon bread. No, just, I guess, 1 for at random. Hey, you know what? However many cinnamon bread loaves you want to make, I'll pick them up on Monday, if that happens. I might, folks, I might be driving up to Seattle on Monday. A couple of reasons I'll be driving the 18 hours instead of flying. Number 1, I don't want to die. Number 2, all the flights are being canceled. Not all of them. That's not true. 90% of the flights. No. Yesterday, 1,500 flights were canceled. 1,500 flights. That leaves like 2,000 flights. Hold on. Let's find out how many that leaves. How many flights in U.S. per day? Here we go. Google says, 42,000. But that's not, that includes, let's keep commercial. How many commercial flights? Let's do commercial, because we don't want to, commercial. I cannot type commercial every time it comes out comerical. Commercial. And what do I do for a living? I make commercials. Federal Aviation Mission Air Traffic, 16 million flights handled by the FAA yearly. Oh, okay. So yeah, average daily flights handled by the FAA. Okay, there's 10 million passenger flights. That's what we're looking for, not commercial. Passenger flights yearly. And that's what we're looking for. So let's do 10 million divided by 365, and we end up with Florida being the worst place to have COVID. And the thing is, usually I take the Southwest. Even if COVID wasn't a factor, usually I take Southwest. And Southwest from here to Seattle is 2 flights. So now I've doubled my chance of getting stuck in Sacramento. Trust me, you don't want to get stuck in Sacramento. Unless you're visiting my good friend Jeff and his wonderful family. They sent me a good Christmas card. They always do. Always do. Always in my good favors. I don't know. Anybody got any ideas for my New Year's resolution? I say things like, "Oh, I'm gonna get on an earlier schedule," and then, but this really has nothing to do with the New Year or not. Bridget is a little bit farther from the freeway. My room. You picked your room lock. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, locks, Marcy. What? Jojo figured out the locks. Like I locked Jojo in a room? I don't understand any of that. Speaking of things I don't understand, let's see what we should be outraged by this year.
An appropriate way to start out the new year with the national anthem. It is January 1st, 2022, and I am wishing all of you a happy new year.
Same
if
to
you
you
are up, I fully expect most of our viewers are sleeping in because they stayed up past midnight, but not
Jojo, it's fewer Coke.
us here on Fox and Friends, Joey.
No, I have to admit, I enjoyed
There's another Joey on the TV, JoJo.
a good football game last night. Might have been up a little bit later than I needed to. I might have heard the gun.
I was up until just after midnight, and I watched a fiasco unfolding in real time. Fiasco's rough. So what they did with this Space Needle in Seattle this year was they had the fireworks, and then they had augmented reality on top of the fireworks. And I have no idea why. And what little response it got on Twitter was not positive. Why, guys? Why are you doing that? You guys want to take a look? Hold on. Let's take a look quickly. We're not going to be able to listen to the sound. We'll listen to a little bit of the sound. Hold on. Let me search for it because I recorded it for you guys. Let's see if it'll let me watch it now. Here we go. Let's see if we can see it.
Now's the time to sign, then drive.
We can see it. So it would be somewhere in here. Hold on. They do like a 20-hour broadcast. That's Sir Mix-a-Lot. Sir Mix-a-Lot performed. Hold on. Here it is right here. So you got your fireworks, and fireworks are really cool, right? But like, why not? Why not fireworks? I have no problem with this. Let me show you. Let me go a little bit deeper into here. That was actually a pretty cool part. Here we go. Let's just randomly start it up here. So, you got your music, okay? So here's some music. Something's looking better. Okay, so that's a little Elton John going on. That's the new Elton John. That's not there. That's not really happening. The stuff, all of this here. Then there's I don't know what that was. Bigfoot. Bigfoot is walking, and okay, all right, I suppose that's kind of cool. You got a Volkswagen down here. Well, and the Volkswagen, then you got a bunch of, these are clamshells, Ivers clamshells. That's interesting, and that almost looks like fireworks, but it doesn't fade away properly. It does. And then a killer whale, and this, I don't know what this is. That might be Jimi Hendrix, and all these notes, and then Jimmy faces. Why? You got a fireworks show, and then it just stays there. It's not even, and a flying saucer coming out and shooting lasers. What do we have? Why? We got a fire. We have a 600-foot tall building on fire. Why do we need anything else here, guys? And it's not, there was nothing in that show that I was like, whoa, that looks so cool. I don't get it. And then, okay, so there's baseball. We believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. That's a song, and I think that they're actually playing the song. Let's find out. Oh, and then there's hockey, so that was good. That probably the best part was the hockey. I mean, objectively speaking. Then a giant dome. Something happening up here. I don't know. It's a satellite that's shooting and then we're in the Matrix now. And then it's this. Like, I can't even see the needle at this point. Why are we doing this? I don't know, motorcycle helmets? Or that band that always wore the helmets? What? Oh, and hold on. The Space Needle's now. It's leaving for space. Bye. And it's also still there. What? And then we're up. I don't know. Very cool technology. Do not get me wrong. All about that. Using it over something that people look forward to for months and obscuring said thing that is a symbol of Seattle. Why? Jewish space lasers. I don't know. JoJo, are those your Jewish space lasers? JoJo's Jewish, so she would know. I think, so At Random is in Seattle. I don't think she was a fan either. And she is Jewish, so maybe that's what this was about. I have no idea. I don't know what happened there. Let's go back. We got to be... that's what I'm outraged by this year. Also, I'm losing my voice. COVID. That's what it is.
Fire down in Georgia as the new year came in and some fireworks went off. But hey, listen, we're here right now. I've got all the energy I could need after that win yesterday, and I'm ready.
I don't know what win. It must be a bowl game of some kind. I don't know. Maybe it sounds like Texas, but who knows? Oh, there was a bowl game. One judge is here. Supposed to take the day off.
For a great 4
viewers. Woo! Happy New Year.
hours of Fox and Friends. Hey, listen, if you have a New Year's resolution,
yes,
email them to us at friends@foxnews.com. If you're a resolutionist, give it.
What if your email is to cut down on your screen time?
Us an email and tell us what it is. Mine is just going to be to finish some projects around the house, and I think Todd got to one of his last night, didn't you, Todd?
Feeling you on that. Yeah, wild night here at the Pyro residence. Ain't no party like a pyro party, because a pyro party has home improvement. We did a little caulking, and let me just tell you, it was special. We'll share that photo later on in the show. If that was a tease, I don't know what is. But again, let's do our introduction. Kaylee, Joey, Todd. And Joey, you really didn't need to stay up that late. The game was over more or less by the half. You guys were up like, what, 27-3 at the half? So big win for the Bulldogs there.
Oh, the Bulldogs. The Georgia Bulldog. Oh, he must be from Georgia. Okay.
So, yeah, the three of us arguably had to go to bed a little bit earlier. The rest of the nation, of course, up.
I have not paid one iota to college football this year, which is weird. You think I'd have more time. Hockey games are getting canceled, etc. You would think, oh, what's going on with the college football? No, I haven't. I'm a UW Huskies fan, University of Washington. I don't know.
Watching the All-American New Year's Eve special. But if you missed it, let me tell you, you missed Will, Pete, and Rachel at their best.
Did we miss them, though? Did we really miss them?
And you also missed this.
We're gonna do some line dancing with some guys that are dressed well. You get it. Dumb.
No, nobody's got a mask. Just COVID is all gone from New York, I guess.
And dumber. Dumb and dumber. All right, let's go, girls. Let's show these guys how it's done.
I can't think of a more boring dance to watch than line dancing. I mean, I'm a dance fan. I took dance in college, for Christ's sake. You know what? I have sat through so many thesis statements which are the birth of dance, how music started, and you're all cavemen and they all start out hunched, and then the music starts, and then they come up reaching to the sun like a flower and embracing humanity. I've had to sit through 50 of those just to get laid. My boyfriend in college was a big dance major.
Yeah, there's not a lot to say about that. That happened, America. And on behalf of all of us here at Fox News, we'd like to apologize. But the rest of
Okay, I get it. I like that. A little self-defecating humor from the Fox and Friends. I like it a lot.
The evening, really, really awesome. You saw Nashville really thriving there. Awesome pictures. Great job by the trio there. Of course, we're having fun at the dumb.
Oh, it was Nashville. It wasn't New York. No wonder. Okay, yeah, there's no COVID in Nashville. That's the nice thing about Tennessee. They totally escaped the pandemic. Let's just take a look at Tennessee. We were looking at some numbers yesterday. We're going to pull that over. Actually, we can do it on the Googles right here. We don't even have to move around. Let's go COVID, Tennessee. And I did spell Tennessee incorrectly. There we go. There's the case rates right there. 7-day average is not going to be accurate because of the spike. The 7-day average doesn't work when you're spiking in the last 3 days. So here we go. Back there, Thanksgiving-ish, they had new cases, 0 new cases Thanksgiving. What? Oh, there's no, okay, so we got to do the 7-day average. Let's jump, Thanksgiving, 7-day average, 856. And then 7-day average as of yesterday, 6,261. The daily count, not 0, hold on, we got to go back 1, I can't. So the most recent daily count, 13,500. So 14,000 if we want to round up, and we don't. But that's what's going on in Tennessee. Let's see if we can go to, I don't know what county Nashville's in, but we can look that up. What county, by the way, the area around Nashville, just beautiful. Nashville. Davidson. So let's look up Davidson County, because it may be that Davidson County has just escaped the entire pandemic. So let's, where's there? Davidson right there. And oh yeah, you can see here clearly. Davidson it's not happening there. I mean, certainly Davidson didn't spike up in the last 3 days post-Christmas. So there were probably no gatherings. By the way, let's just get the numbers here. So Christmas, you're looking at a 7-day average of 229, and then new cases 4,000 just in Nashville alone. New cases on Christmas 0, and then 0 to 4,000. I don't know what percentage that would be. Oh, that's right, infinity. So, perfect. Yeah, no, go ahead and get out there and celebrate and cheek to cheek and everything in an indoor space. Good playing, Nashville.
And dumber.
Seriously, what the hell, people? What the hell? Here is your chart. That looks to be a record number. New cases. Hold on, let's find out. I don't want to speak out of school. New cases. Trying to get to December 30th, and it's being very fussy. Here it is. New cases 0. Oh, so they haven't even reported the new cases from December 30th. Here we go. 31st, 4,000 new cases. Here's a big spike right here. We might beat it. New cases on that day were... Come on, one more. I can't get to it. Let's see if I can find a high case here. New cases here, 2,000, 2,600, 26. It might be a new record. I don't know. Worse than it's ever been. Remember, though, it's just mild. You're just going to get a mild nose ache. Jojo, you are the only one who liked this live stream, and I'm okay with that. I don't even like it.
Episode that we just saw in front of us.
Not a mask. Not a single frickin' mask in the crowd. Record hospitalization numbers in much of the country, and not a single mask in the crowd. By the way, Delta is still out there. Delta has not gone away.
Yeah, they...
With that...
Stephanie, congratulations on 31 years of sobriety. One judge says yay.
Yeah. With that, 2022 officially underway, and people around the world ringing in the new year with a bang last night, while big cities like London, Rio, and...
Jojo wants to see LA, so let's do that. Let's go to California, and we'll do Los Angeles County. We looked at this yesterday. I don't know where Jojo was, but there it is. There's your spike rate in Los Angeles. The numbers don't really matter that much, just that it's bad. You can see it right there. We're almost a straight line. Not as impressive as Nashville, quite frankly. New cases yesterday, 27,000 new cases yesterday. In one county. Granted, the most populous county, though. So, let's just see if Florida's updated their numbers since yesterday. Because they've been pretty bad as well. Everywhere. Florida, same thing. All right.
Bangkok got the party started with a fireworks display. Here at home, some American towns took a more unconventional approach to celebrating the new year. Cool. Idaho, 9th annual potato drop ringing in the new year for Boise residents. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's my response to the potato drop. Okay.
That makes sense. Their whole thing is potatoes. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, massive 400.
I got the potato mascot. I like that guy. I did mascot for years at Disney. So, yeah, okay. I don't know where this is, but it looks like they're loading a rubber ducky. I don't think it's supposed to be a rubber ducky. Either that or one of the fat guys from Yellow Submarine. I don't know what is that. Maybe that's it, because it looks to be on the deck of a battle cruiser. I don't know what's happening here. Let's find out.
Pound peep dropped to honor.
Oh, it's a peep.
The popular candy that's produced in the city. Okay. That also makes sense. Plymouth, Wisconsin, welcoming 2022 by dropping a giant slice of cheese. Again, cheese, Wisconsin thing, all on board.
Okay, so this is what we do now. We just drop whatever the local symbol is. I guess New York has the ball, because New York, you got nothing but balls. Everyone's always busting your balls. I get it. And then Georgia, you got the peach drop. So everyone's got their thing now. What would you drop in L.A.? Acid?
With this so far.
Unrelated to anything New Year's.
Not this. The most unusual item to be dropped, a massive 50-pound meatball in South Carolina. Okay, that's weird enough.
Is that a South Carolina thing? Is there anyone in the room from South Kakalaki?
But apparently, people decided to take bites out of the meatball. Yeah,
Okay.
that one that is dropping through the sky.
Also, really healthy COVID era thing. What?
To celebrate. Kaylee, I know we have little ones and they eat a lot of weird stuff, oftentimes off the floor.
By the way, the meatball is now covered with bubbles. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a ton of bubbles being blown there as well. There's a bubble machine somewhere.
But that is gross.
Yeah.
That is a little
That is the first time that, so far, in terms of facts, Fox and Friends is 100% for the year.
gross, particularly when we are in the COVID era, which I'm all, anti-mask.
She's all Wait, did she just say she's all anti-mask?
Kaylee, I know we have
Or anti-mask mandate. Let's see how she finishes this sentence. Let's blow this up. Here we go.
little ones and they eat a lot of weird stuff, oftentimes off the floor. But that is gross.
That is a little gross, particularly when we are in the COVID era, which I'm all, anti-mask and let's get over this COVID stuff. But
She's anti-mask.
let's not eat meatballs all at the same time. There's a lot of things going around.
Yeah.
That is a little weird, a little wild, but hey, it's kind of spicy. I like it.
I'm taking a bite out of the meatball. I'm telling you right now.
Let's not eat meatballs, but it's kind of spicy. I like it. Well, as long as you're walking the fence on that, Kaylee, I suppose that's okay. What?
Now, you put a big 50-pound meatball in front of me with sparklers on it, I'm going to have to see what that tastes like. I'm going against the grain here, guys. I think.
And this is why we have record deaths.
They're having a party, they're having fun, and carve it up and dish it out.
Wow, that's a bold strategy. You are a brave individual in more
I bet they didn't carve it up and dish it out. I bet people were just biting it.
ways than one. We talk about your bravery often on this show. Little did I know it also.
By the way, it's a 50-pound meatball with like 3 or 4 sparklers stuck in it. I'm not impressed at all, South Carolina.
Transcended to meatballs.
Maybe they did carve it up. If they carved it up and serve it, then that's a different story. Still no, but a different story.
And various other meat products. So obviously we all had a lot of fun doing whatever we were doing yesterday, getting ready for the new year. But boy, there was a punch in the gut around midday that I don't think any of us saw coming, even though we probably should have
Oh, Betty White.
based upon her advanced age in life. A Fox News alert, beloved actress Betty White.
You know who saw it coming? This guy. On yesterday's broadcast, I said if Betty White makes it to 100, we'll have done a good job as a group. We'll have done a good job getting her to 100. We failed.
White dying yesterday at 99 years old, just weeks before her 100th birthday. Jonathan Hunt taking a look back at her iconic career.
Betty Marion White was born January 17, 1922 in Oak Park, Illinois. During the Depression, her parents moved with their only child to Los Angeles.
If you didn't join us for Friday Night Movies last night, we did watch The Proposal. Wonderful film.
She attended Hollywood High School.
I say that because she was in The Proposal.
And later got her
hilarious.
start on local TV. Her break came in 1949 with Hollywood on Television, a variety show that ran 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. That
Holy
success
crap.
led to a sitcom.
They had no idea how to do television in those days. So they would just do a 5-hour-a-day variety show.
Betty White
Basically live streaming.
in Life with Elizabeth.
And her own variety program, The Betty White Show.
I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood.
After that, she took a job that would change everything. As a celebrity contestant on the game show Password, she met the man she called the love of her life, third husband, host Alan Luddin.
And I'll give
I've only got 2 more wives to go before I find mine.
the first password tonight to Betty White.
Then in 1973, Betty landed the first of 2 landmark roles.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Billy, but I cannot do a chocolate souffle with only 2 cameras.
Sue Ann Nivens, the happy homemaker who was anything but on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Go ahead, Lou. You're stronger than I am. Press your advantage.
It was supposed to be a guest appearance, but it became a full-time job and earned her 2 Emmy Awards. In 1980, husband Alan was diagnosed with stomach cancer. He died the following year.
God.
Betty never remarried and never had children.
God, she lived 40 years without him.
She continued taking guest starring roles and game shows until she once again found a perfect part.
Yeah, I got a call from Lois Nyland.
Oh, that's Rose Nyland. Rose, as in a series of seats in a movie theater.
On Golden Girls, Betty's character
So dumb. Oh, Betty.
Was the opposite of Sue Ann, the kind-hearted, scatterbrain Rose, known for sharing stories from her small-town upbringing.
Lost the Little Miss St. Olaf pageant, did you?
They're all gone now. All the Golden Girls.
23 years in a row.
Along with acting, Betty was passionate about animal welfare. She spent more than
one of the best episodes of SNL, by the way, if you get a chance to pull that up somewhere.
4 decades working with the Morris Animal.
It's got to be on the Peacock. That's an NBC thing. I bet it's on Peacock.
Animal Foundation and the Los Angeles.
Yeah, she was all about working with the kids too, and by kids I mean the good kids, the dogs.
Zoo, and won a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Jane.
Oh, they're on Prime? So Golden Girls and the Mary Tyler Moore Show are both on Prime. Never watched a single episode of the Golden Girls.
Goodall Institute.
My life is divided absolutely in half show business and half animal business, and I'll do anything I can to make life better for these guys.
Our guest of honor, Miss Betty White.
In recent years, Betty's career enjoyed a renaissance. First, she appeared in a hard-hitting Super Bowl commercial.
Come on! You're playing like Betty White out there.
That's not what your girlfriend said.
Then an internet campaign helped her land a...
Let's find that commercial. Let's watch that commercial. Yeah, then she was on SNL.
Hosting gig on Saturday Night Live. It became SNL's highest-rated show in nearly 2 years.
And now
I'm
here tonight because you wanted me to be.
Then, when her new show, Hot in Cleveland, premiered, the pilot set a ratings record for the TV Land network.
I've been the caretaker of this house for 50 years, but you can kick me out.
In all, Betty earned more than half a dozen Emmys, 3 American Comedy Awards, a Grammy, and 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards, including a Lifetime Achievement.
This is the highest point of my entire professional life.
With her quick wit, impeccable timing, and generous personality, Betty White leaves behind a lasting legacy of love and laughter. Jonathan Hunt.
Okay. Sadness. Let's see if we can find the Super Bowl commercial. I think we should be able to watch that without copyright striking. By the way, what we're doing is we're reacting to things in the news. So this is okay, YouTube. This is allowed under your guidelines. We are reacting. These are all react videos, regardless of copyright status. Hold on. Betty White Super Bowl commercial. Yeah, it's there. Here we go.
Mike, come on! Mike, what is your deal, man?
Oh, come on, man. You've been riding me all day.
Mike, you're playing like Betty White out there.
That's not what your girlfriend said.
Oh, baby.
Whoa,
That's not cool. Eat a Snickers. Better?
Better. Hey, I'm all bad.
That hurt. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Every time I see his face, I think of the Barney Miller theme. And then I think of the Night Court theme. That's how my brain works. Ah, Betty, Betty, Betty. Now, good. I like that is the lead story. It's really not a lead. Well, I guess it's not the lead story. The lead story is New Year's Day, dropping meatballs. I get that. But that's your first actual sort of news story of the day, is the Betty White. That's an exception to my, come on, let's have some real news mandate.
Fox News.
What a life. I mean, just an incredible, incredible woman, Todd. You mentioned that this was a gut punch, and indeed it was.
Yeah, a lot of people have the theory that she's going to show up on her 100th birthday saying, I'm alive. No.
I mean, I looked down at my phone to all of these news alerts, and it was just so heartbreaking to see Betty White gone. She was America's sweetheart. She had such an infectious personality, a zest for life, a multi-decade career. I mean, such an impressive woman, and her positivity, her optimism, it just bubbled out of her. And what a way to end 2021. Not anything any of us wanted to see happen. But, you know, my, I guess, relationship with Betty White, or my growing up with Betty White, was in the show Golden Girls. I used to watch this with my mom, my sister, my grandmother. Just, if you're a woman of any age, Golden Girls was a show that just really resonated with you as a sisterhood. And Betty White, of course, playing Rose Nyland on Golden Girls. We have a clip of that. This is how I remember Betty White.
Butter Queen was our town's highest honor. From the time I was born, my folks groomed me for it.
I got to pause it here just in case this is a copyright protection thing from NBC, and I don't want to get tagged with a copyright strike because we're doing a react video here.
Singing lessons, dancing lessons, junior butter pageants. For 16 years, my entire life revolved around butter.
You were very fortunate. So many of us wasted our youth.
When the time came...
what was her name? Marge? Marge?
For the pageant, I was incredible. I showed poise in the evening.
We got to pause again. Just, I mean, we'll probably get tagged anyway. So I'll get another copyright strike. I'm currently demonetized on YouTube. I'll tell you what, my New Year's resolution is to get undemonetized on YouTube. Life goals, hashtag.
Non-competition, I was brilliant in the oral butter quiz. They couldn't even trip me up with a trick margarine question. That evening, butter was spelled R-O-S-E.
Oh, that's the end of it. Okay. So yeah,
you know, for 99
enough
years
Betty White there. Let's move on because I got to make some phone calls. What else we got? What else we got, Fox and Friends?
Funding for Head Start. Head Start.
Watching her characters, that brought so much joy.
Spending the holiday at his beach house for the third.
Oh no, Biden taking a vacation during the holiday.
31st time, but in Delaware, the governor there declared a COVID-19 state of emergency as Biden vacations.
He's wearing a mask on the beach. He's learned.
The Texas AG, meanwhile.
That's Commander. That's a good boy right there.
Ken Paxton, he's celebrating a federal injunction against another Biden vaccine mandate. But this one, to me, guys, is perhaps the sickest of all the mandates. I was doing some research.
Irony.
On this morning.
Yeah.
The mandate, get this, it conditions funding for Head Start. Head Start, this program is a program for little kids age 1 to 5 to give federal funding to low-income kids
which the Republicans are against, by the way,
before they get to kindergarten. And President Biden was conditioning funding for kids to go to preschool on the personnel getting vaccines and the kids 2 years and up wearing masks.
Okay.
How sick is that to condition funding for young kids?
Yeah, she does sound like she's a little congested, and she's been hanging out with Ron DeSantis, so you do the math. I don't know if that's true.
Kids in low-income communities. And I have a 2-year-old. Joey, you have a 2-year-old. Very difficult to get a 2-year-old to wear a mask, and their education should not be preconditioned on them wearing a mask. Good for Ken
You're not low-income.
Paxton for fighting this and getting that preliminary injunction.
I don't know that that's exactly what Ken Paxton was fighting in this case. But yeah, Ken Paxton sues every third or fourth day. Ken Paxton tried to invalidate the votes of 20 million Americans. If that's not unpatriotic, I'm not sure what is.
I can't get my 2-year-old to do pretty much anything all the time, much less wear a mask. And I think that I think maybe people that are making these mandates have never had kids. I'm not really sure where they're coming from.
Joe Biden has had kids. One of them he lost in a car accident. So,
but if you have a 2-year-old, they're not going to do anything all the time.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, I mean, there are two key takeaways for me at this point. Okay. Not only
I always love his hot takes. Who is this?
Is this really an abridgment on freedom? And we've highlighted this throughout the course of, I don't know, the last year and a half. But your own people, your own administration, now questioning the efficacy of the mandates, especially the mask mandates and even the vaccine mandate, to the extent that we were all told that this would prevent COVID from being
yeah, an abridgment of freedom might be a constitutional term.
Spread, yet that is not the case. And it really is the blue cities and the blue states where we see this, regardless of your vaccination status, regardless of whether...
Yeah, and the worst states for death per capita were all Republicans.
Whether you are wearing a mask, it does appear, based upon this administration's own guidance, that you can still spread COVID. And so I just think the overall...
Yes, but you lower the rate of infection.
Takeaway is really, why are we doing...
No, go ahead and start the laundry.
Doing this if the Biden administration has recently admitted...
I should be done by now anyway. Yeah, it's actually 7:59. So I do have to start. I got a bunch of stuff to do today, including breaks. I mean, not like I'm not going to work and then take breaks. I'm literally doing breaks on a car.
Hey, this may not prevent the spread, especially when it comes to kids, and especially in these underserved communities that really don't need something else taking away.
Yeah, but what he's probably referring to, and they won't specify because they never do, they may be referring to cloth masks not being effective with Omicron, and they're not. This is what we've been saying since day one. Why do we not all have government-issued N95 masks? Why are there not centers? If you go for a test, or you go set up centers all over the place where you can go in and get it properly fitted. Get 3 of them properly fitted.
Away from the growth and the education of these kids. So you have that part with these underserved communities. Now you have something that I think Kaylee and I will both look at as former law students and say, what? The eligibility for oral antiviral treatments in New York being predicated on race. And here is what the...
That's a definite what, and I don't know if that's true, but I'd imagine it might be. And if so, that's bad. But usually every time they say something like that, and you're like, well, that makes no sense, it's because it doesn't happen. But who knows? It is New York. Oh, and this might be a proposal from somebody. This might not be actually some kind of policy.
He is saying non-white, race, or Hispanic, Latino, ethnic...
Okay, hold on. New York State Department of Health, we'll check on this. Non-white race, or, well, I'll let them read it.
Ethnicity should be considered a risk factor, as long-standing systemic health and social inequities have contributed to an increased risk.
Okay, good job with your graphics, Fox. And increased
of severe illness and death from COVID. Again, broader question is...
Okay, well, you haven't said the question in the first place, so you can't really say again. But let's look it up. Let's see. NY... New York State Department of Health, December 27th, COVID. Okay, let's see what this is about. COVID updates. Okay. Okay, oral treatments. Okay, eligibility. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can find their actual wording here. There should be a search function here. I don't see one. Oh, I can do the find in page. Hold on. Let's do this. Non-white. Yeah, we'll just do a search for, we'll do a search for Hispanic. That should narrow it down for us. Where is it? There it is. Let's find in page. Find Hispanic. Okay, there it is. Eligibility. Have a medical condition or other factors that increase... So, oral antiviral treatment is authorized for patients who meet all the following criteria. Age 12 and older. Test positive. Have mild to moderate COVID-19 symptoms, so you have to have some symptoms. able to start treatment within 5 days of symptoms. That all makes sense. Have a medical condition or other factors that increase their risk for severe illness. Non-white or Hispanic Latino ethnicity should be considered a risk factor, as long-standing systematic health and social inequities have contributed to increased risk of severe illness and death from COVID-19. They're right. It's in there. It's in there. Wow. So the color of your skin is now a risk factor. Now, there are many, many inequities within the health and social system. I'm not arguing that. But the ability to get pills based upon the color of your skin? I don't know that that's good policy at all. I think it's all individual cases. Is there a higher rate of death? Yeah, but and I saw an article about this. It may not be that you're more likely to die because you're African American or Latino. It may be that they have less access to health care, so they have worse treatment. It may be that they don't have access to the testing, and they tough it out, and they don't have health insurance at the same rate that white Americans do, so they're not being treated, they're not being tested, so there's a ton of COVID cases out there that we just don't hear about. And that's not from me, that's from, where was that? Not The Atlantic. Somewhere else I was reading about that, because there are some disparities in the death rate, but if you're not diagnosed, we don't know. You can't be included in the. Well, I mean, you are included in the death rate, but we don't have an accurate death rate. But if, for example, you look at South Africa, if you look at Africa as a continent, if the same ratio of death that happens here in the United States happened in Africa for Africans, as opposed to African Americans, Africa would be the hotspot of the world, and it's not. African Americans in America too far worse off than actual Africans living in Africa. Anyway, yeah, I agree with Fox on this one. I can't believe I'm saying this. What the hell is going on? Fox and Friends is a legitimate source of news. They covered Betty White, they covered this, and they were right about something else too. Hi, Yoshi.
Hispanic like.
No, they're calling it eligibility based on color, and that is one of the eligibilities. So you cannot have an underlying condition and just be Latino and be eligible, whereas if you're white and you don't have an eligible condition, an underlying condition, you're not eligible for the treatment. That is not white at all.
Latino ethnicity should be considered a risk factor, as long-standing systemic health and social inequities have contributed to an increased risk of severe illness and death from COVID. Again, broader question.
Yeah, but that's not how you address the inequities. By giving some people pills based on the color of their skin. Wow.
Is why aren't these treatments more widespread? I mean,
well, they just started. The pills literally haven't come off the line yet.
And I think we can all ask, these antiviral treatments, these overall treatments should be widespread throughout the community.
And they will be.
To prevent people from getting really, really sick. But this is literally race-based discrimination.
And by the way, this is like 10 minutes after Fox has been saying all day, it's a milder form. Nobody dies from it. Marco Rubio called it a sore throat yesterday. Omicron.
Which you learn.
How's my foot this morning? It's there.
Day one in law school, you can't do, Kaylee.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think it's unconstitutional. We'll see if this gets litigated. Look, I talked a lot in the Trump White House from the podium about...
Well, I suppose. I mean, for what we give the 14th Amendment, yes.
About COVID disproportionately affecting minority communities. That is true. And in the Trump administration, we work to make sure that they're...
Good for you reporting Marco's tweet. It is misleading. That he said that COVID was a sore throat, essentially.
Therapeutics got surged to community health centers, and we did our best to remedy that disparity. But administering a therapeutic based on race is absolutely nonsensical. If you
I mean, there are some. For example, sickle cell disease therapeutics would race-based. Yeah, absolutely. Do a blood test.
You've got COVID. You've got COVID, and you deserve to be treated and not administer these drugs based on skin color. I think that's basic common sense, and you're exactly right about the legal issues with this, Todd Pyro.
Yeah, not only is that a racist policy, but why do we have to ration these things? We're 2 years into this. Why are we rationing?
Because they haven't been invented. Well, they've been invented. They haven't been produced yet. They were just authorized by the FDA for emergency use. Wow.
A therapeutic. And, we talked about this on...
Why didn't Barack Obama have this ready to go?
Fox and Friends earlier this week about how really if this administration wanted to defeat COVID, maybe they would focus on getting people well after they caught COVID instead of treating everyone who didn't take a vaccine as a second-class citizen. I don't know. That's just a thought from me. All right. So still
Great
ahead,
thought.
the Marshall... Well, I agree with it, I guess. Still ahead, the Marshall Fire in Colorado may have destroyed more than 1,000 homes as people were forced to run for their lives. Alicia Acuna is live on the ground with the destruction that even impacted her own family. She lost a restaurant. Her own family lost a restaurant in that. And some of my family's been impacted as well.
Just insane. Yeah, let's look at the Marco Rubio tweet just so we know what we're talking about. This is Marco Rubio, and it's still up there. Record numbers testing positive for a sore throat isn't a crisis. Let's look at the deaths in Florida, see what's happening with the death. And again, it's a delay. We're not going to know what's really happening. I'm not even going to look. Because Florida doesn't report its hospitalizations anymore. They wait till the end of the week, and then it's a different metric than they used to use. That was a scandal at the beginning. They're like, yeah, we're having so much death in the hospital. We're just not going to, unless it's a death, we're not going to worry about it. And then they report their deaths in bunches as well. Which is one of the reasons that people started saying, you know what, we really have to start going to the 7-day method. But not entirely. People in the hospital for car accidents testing positive isn't a surge. Yes, it is. But if it's a surge in cases. The real crisis is the irrational hysteria, which has people with no symptoms waiting hours for a test or missing work for 10 days. Well, the CDC's adjusted that anyway. But if you've had close contact with somebody who has COVID, it's a good idea to get tested. That's all. I mean, if nothing's happening in the United States, hold on, COVID, United States. Let's just look at the U.S. Graph in general. Here we go. So this is where we are. This is the country as a whole. Here we go. This is what we're doing as a whole, right there. So this is Thanksgiving, right in this area right here. That's close enough. And this is now. This is what we're doing all the way up there. So, and because it's a 7-day average, take a look at it topping off way up above there. What do we got? No, I think we're high. I think we hit 700,000 cases yesterday. No, okay, new cases as of yesterday, 443. I heard 600,000. And keep in mind, this doesn't include everybody doing rapid tests, which is everybody I know with COVID right now, which is currently 6 people, all rapid tests. And our good friend Lindsay, Lindsay, yeah, let me report that tweet while we're at it too. I'll report this because it's false information about COVID. Send via direct message. Here we go. So what you do is you go to report tweet. Okay, you don't. Embed, view hidden tweets. I don't know how to report a tweet from Marco Rubio. I might as well follow him. Oh, I'm not even logged in. Oh, that's why I can't report the tweet. I'm not logged in. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure out how to log in here. Give me a second here, folks. Where'd it go? It's gone. Everything is gone. One moment, please. And then I'll let you guys go. If you already know how to report the tweet, you can go ahead and take off because I'm going to end the broadcast on this. I can't. Oh, I know why. Because I'm in the wrong browser. Give me a second here. Let me bring the tweet over here. Okay. First spilling covfefe of 2022. All right. I'll like that. Okay, I can't. So here we go. Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio, sore throat. And where? Here we go. Marco Rubio, here we go. Marco Rubio, sore throat. So we go here, you go to the 3 dots up above, and you go report tweet. Then we should say it's misleading. It's about health, COVID-19 information. And done. Simple as that. A surge in sore throats. Okay, kids, welcome to 2022. Be good to yourself, be good to each other. Most importantly, resolve to be good to me.